Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to introduce our first speaker. Her name is Judge Ola Lewis, and she's running for North Carolina Supreme Court Chief Justice. I'm looking at her flyer here. It says courage, consistency, and conviction. I've met Judge Lewis. She's a wonderful lady, and I would like for her to come up to the front so she can address the members.
Thank you. Do you mind if I put that microphone?
Does it fit in there?
Or no? All right, that's all right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ola Lewis, and I currently serve as the Senior Resident Superior Court Judge in beautiful Brunswick County. I give all honor and glory to God, who is the head of my life, and I thank Him for a safe passage here today. I'd also like to thank my dear friend, Mr. Jeff Simmons. He gave me my first job when I was in law school, for being so kind as to travel with me this evening so I would not be on the road by myself, and I appreciate you. I am married to Reginald Hawley. Mr. Hawley served as the Deputy State Director for the Honorable Senator Elizabeth Dole when she served as our Senator for the great state of North Carolina. I grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina at Fort Bragg. My father was in the 82nd Airborne Division. He retired a Command Sergeant Major, having served in Korea, 3 tours in Nam and the Dominican. And I salute all of the veterans who are here this evening, and thank you for your service. My mother was a school administrator. She was a young teacher when they met, and she too retired from the school system. I'm a graduate of Fayetteville State University in Fayetteville, North Carolina, North Carolina Central University School of Law, where I completed in 1990 and passed the bar that same year. I worked for 1 year in the private practice of law, and part of my duties in the private practice of law was to defend police officers that we felt had been wrongfully terminated from their employment before the Industrial Commission. After working in the private practice of law for 1 year, I went to Brunswick County to become an assistant district attorney with the state of North Carolina, where I tried all level of cases, from misdemeanor appeal to capital first-degree murder. I served as an assistant district attorney from 91 until 1993, at which time I was appointed to the district court bench. I served as a district court judge for a period of 7 years. There, I served in the juvenile courts as a certified juvenile court judge for the state of North Carolina, the family courts, as well as district criminal and civil court. After 7 years of service as a district court judge, I became a special superior court judge for the state of North Carolina, where my motto was, "Have gavel, will travel." I was subject to assignment in all 100 counties, and no, I did not have the privilege of traveling to all 100 counties. The special superior court judges serve as backup judges, if you will, when the courts are overflowing with business. In 2002, I became a resident superior court judge elected to an 8-year term, and in 2006, the North Carolina legislature split our district from Brunswick, Bladen, and Columbus to have the district of 13B, where I became the senior resident superior court judge for beautiful Brunswick County. And if you've never visited Brunswick County, I invite you to come. I don't care what Craven County says, we absolutely have the best beaches in the state of North Carolina. As the senior resident Superior Court Judge, I am in charge of the fair administration of justice for the court system, Superior Court system in Brunswick County. Ladies and gentlemen, this position of senior resident Superior Court Judge makes me uniquely qualified to lead the courts of our state. As senior resident, I am incredibly and uniquely familiar with the inner workings of the court system, having been a defense attorney, a prosecutor, district court judge, and superior court judge. I know the concerns of the courthouse family, to include the clerks, the sheriffs and law enforcement, probation officers, bail agents, and those involved with the court system. With our court system, we also have mental health providers, as we have 5 therapeutic courts in Brunswick County. In his 2000 State of the Courts address before the General Assembly, former Chief Justice I. Beverly Lake talked about the importance of the therapeutic courts. Studies show that for $1 spent in therapy, according to the National Association of Drug Treatment Court Professionals website, we save $9 in cost of incarceration for defendants that come through the system. We have had 10 drug-free babies born to our courts. We have the first in the state of North Carolina night drug treatment court program. We have the first in the state of North Carolina on a superior court level mental health court program, because unfortunately so many individuals that we see suffer with mental illness that often goes untreated, and unfortunately these individuals are housed in our local jails instead of receiving the treatment that they need. We have written over $600,000 in grants to fund our courts. I am familiar with budget issues, employee issues, and technology issues, or the lack thereof, with our court system. Those of you who have smartphones, if you will text Judge Ola, all one word, to 72727, you can download my mobile app, and I invite you to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time this evening. I respectfully ask that you give me your prayers, your support, including financial, and your vote. God bless you, and thank you for this opportunity to address you this evening.
Yes, sir.
Second Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Yes, sir.
Where does the court stand in interpreting the latitude of that amendment?
Well, I cannot tell you what the Supreme Court will do and what I will do as an individual should I be blessed and fortunate enough to serve as your Chief Justice on the North Carolina Supreme Court. We are not allowed by judicial standards to answer stakeout questions or address issues that may come before the courts. And that is certainly an issue that may come before the court in some shape, form, or fashion. But I am happy to tell you that I am a proud member of the NRA. My father was an avid sportsman. He loved to hunt and fish, and I carry permit. I'm not packing right now.
You should have, because everybody else is.
But I do have my concealed carry permit. And this race for the North Carolina Supreme Court is very, very important because our courts will be addressing issues that will have generational effect. We have 8-year terms as elected officials to the high courts. And I say it respectfully. Our current North Carolina Supreme Court, according to information published by the John Locke Foundation and by Justice Robert Orr, former justice who served on the North Carolina Supreme Court, is one of the lowest ranked courts in the nation by way of productivity. I am a hard worker. My parents instilled that in me, and I promise to give to you hard work and productivity.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
I think you were going process.
Okay, yes, sir. We are running for the open seat of Chief Justice. Our current Chief Justice is facing mandatory retirement, and there's one other person in my race.
You take the affiliation party-wise or?
Oh, yes, sir. I am unapologetically conservative.